Hello, everyone. So, I have book review. A book review. I don't know why I'm talking like this. But I have a book review for you guys today, which is Me Before You by Jojo Moyes. Moyes? I don't know. Obviously, this book has been out for a while, but is now just getting popular because it is being made into a movie this June, starring the beautiful Sam Claflin. Um, and oh my goodness, what is her name? Emilia Clarke from Game of Thrones plays Dany, Mother of Dragons. They're going to be in this movie, and I've been hearing a little bit about this book. Well, a lot of it, because obviously I have Bookstagram, all that jazz. I'm hearing it in the book community, and I knew it was just one of those the new big kind of sad book craze. There's one like every summer, every year. It's usually a Nicholas Sparks book, but there's always one. There's some kind of sad book that's just gonna break your heart and make you cry type thing, which I enjoy those. I was a big fan of Nicholas Sparks more in my high school days when he was huge and all of his movies kept coming out when I was in early college, you know, high school, all that. Just a big fan of those big old cry fests because honestly, sometimes you need a good cry that isn't because your life sucks. You need a cathartic cry caused by a novel slash a movie if you're not a novel person. But basically, all I have to say about this book is what the fuck, JoJo? What the fuck? I'm serious. Obviously, this is going to be spoiler filled, which is going to say in the title, it's going to say it has a lot of spoilers because I have feelings. So I'm saying right now, before you move on, if you didn't read the title of this, I am going to talk about the plot and major plot points that are literally going to ruin the book for you. So if you don't want to have that ruined for you, or you don't give a damn and you just want to hear me rant, um, stay. But if not, I'm seriously leave now in three, two, one. Alrighty, so for those of you that are still here, you want to hear my thoughts. And like I said, what the fuck? Basically, when I started reading this book, I just thought this was gonna be a fun, sad book, about this girl, Louisa Clark, who has no experience being a caretaker to somebody who is handicapped, um, that gets this job somehow miraculously because she's quirky and odd and filled with life, and these people want their son Will to be happy again and feel like this girl can bring, some life back into him after his accident. Being he's now quadriplegic. Am I saying that right? But basically, he is trapped in a wheelchair and can't really use his arms down. He's very limited, and he used to live a very active life. Um, he was constantly doing adventures. He had a girlfriend. He had a fast-paced business job, and all of that stopped when he got in this accident. And he's just been miserable. So obviously Louisa gets this job. She has no idea why, since, she has no qualifications taking care of somebody with a handicap. Although she's been told she's more there for companionship because they have Nathan who takes care of him, medically, changes his catheter, all that jazz. He does that. She's there to ultimately keep him company, and as you find out, to keep an eye on him so he doesn't kill himself, which is his ultimate goal anyway. Because Louisa gets a 6-month long contract. She isn't told why it's only 6 months. She kind of assumes it's just because it's a trial basis type thing. Doesn't really question it. And then she hears Will's mother and sister talking about how he wants to go to Dignitas, which is basically a place that you can, in Switzerland, that you can kill yourself medically, like you can be put down basically. And that's something he wants because he feels he can't live his life fully because the life he used to live is the only one he wanted to live. So when Louisa finds this out, basically she then makes it her mission to make this grumpy, asinine 35-year-old bring him happiness and joy and give him the will to live back, basically. And obviously, in the process, they fall in love. And so you would think as the story progresses and he gets, less grumpy, and he goes out there and he's experiencing life again with her, you would think then he would go, oh, I changed my mind. I do want to live. And that's obviously her goal, is she wants him to, before the 6 months are up, for him to change his mind that he wants to live. Um, that's what you're expecting. You're expecting this big turnaround, you know. No, there's not that big turnaround. Fucking JoJo makes it so that he says this is the happiest 6 months of his life. And yes, he loves Louisa and they love each other. But he can't still live like this, that even she can't make this better. And he's ultimately going to put a damper on her life because she, she's finding out who she is at 26. She's figuring it out. He's getting her to experience new things. And then he still fucking goes through with it. He still goes to Dignitas and kills himself. What the fuck? I mean, it's such a twist because I wasn't expecting it. I was expecting this to be the run of the mill, oh, he finds the will to live again, or oh my god, magically he gets healed, even though they said that wouldn't be possible. So he can live this wonderful full life with Louisa and go, all that. And it just doesn't happen. She fucking kills him. And I mean, it's more realistic in a sense, because Will even says he had this plan, and the 6 months originally were to appease his parents, and it was going to be a struggle for him to want to stay alive. But Louisa made those 6 months beautiful and bearable and wonderful, and he was even more willing to die because of that, because he saw he had 6 beautiful months, and was fulfilled, I guess, in those 6 months, and he didn't still want to be alive. Still, what the fuck? I knew this was going to be sad, but I wasn't sad, you don't get sad till, the last, 10 pages. So I was reading this on the bus today, literally today, May 9th, 2016. I'm on the bus, going to my college, and I reached the last 10 pages, and I have to sit there and not cry like an idiot on the bus, because I was like, I don't cry in books when it's happy tears, where in a movie, if I watch it, I'll cry because I'm so happy. But in a book, I don't do that. I'm just like, oh, yay, this book fucked me up. I just can't even with how it ended. I don't know. And the fact that Louisa goes with him to Dignitas, originally she doesn't, because she basically says, fuck you. That's selfish and awful, and I love you, and the fact that I'm not enough, this is awful, why would you do this to me, type thing. She goes off, and then finally, she goes to Switzerland to be with him. And then obviously at the end you find out that whole time, while she's been taking care of him and making his life better, he's been talking to a lawyer, which you get a hint of, but you more so think because he's putting his affairs in order since he is planning to kill himself. You find out that he set aside all this money, because obviously he had a shit ton of money. He set aside this fund for Louisa so she could live in a house that wasn't with her parents or her now ex-boyfriend, and be able to go to college and do something with her life bigger than what she was already doing. And it's just, I don't know. And I honestly, I liked this book a lot, but I don't think I'll read the sequel. And it's not just because Will isn't in it. I'm reading it and I feel like it doesn't have that emotional intensity, where it's just more about a grieving woman healing, which isn't a bad book concept, but it's not for me. This book was great. I almost wish that there wasn't even a sequel in existence, because I don't want to read it, but at the same time I do want to read it, just so I'm like, oh, I've read the 2 books in the sequence. But no, so this book definitely was not at all what I expected. I would probably give this 4 out of 5 stars. I think would be reasonable, since I'm a little miffed about the ending. More so than that, I don't know. It wasn't perfect, and not many books are perfect for me anyway. But I like this book. I think it's great for summer if you want to get a head start before you see the movie and probably see spoilers. I think that would be a great idea, because now that school is either over for most people or winding down, or summer starting, it's a nice summer read, even though it's going to make you cry. It's It's a good summer read. I recommend it. So that's all I have to say. Fuck you, Jojo Moyes. You made me upset. Because fuck you. And that's how I'm gonna end it. Obviously, if you like this video, subscribe, hit like, comment down below if you've already read before you. What you thought of it? Were you surprised by the ending? Were you not? How'd you feel? Did you say fuck you? You know, are you gonna see the movie? Like, I know I will go and see the movie. One, because I'm a fan of Sam Claflin and Emilia Clarke, but I'll go see the movie because it looks good anyway. But let me know your thoughts down below. So I will talk to you guys later. Bye bye.